Hello there and welcome back to another episode of our Luminar NEO Academy, the show where we help you to get the most out of this photo editing application. Now, if you've never been here before, my name is Jakub and I'm a creator and founder here at Clever Photographer. Now, before we're going to start, I have a few things I want to cover. First of all, at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you access to our popular Luminar NEO shortcut cheat sheet, so you make sure that you stay until the end. Also, if you don't own Luminar NEO or the HDR merge plugin, get our discount code to get the best possible price, and you can find it in the description of this video. Finally, I would like to ask you to please like, comment and share on this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel so we can keep creating content like this. Today is 14th of February here in United Kingdom and we are celebrating the Valentine's Day. So following the theme, I thought it would be a good idea to show you how you can take a portrait and add rose petals to it. On the top of it, we want to give you a little Valentine's gift from us here at Clever Photographer. So we're gonna give you some lovely rose petal overlays as well as really nice mini set of Valentine's LUTs. Now we're gonna use all of this in this tutorial, so don't forget that if you wanna follow me along and download the sample files as well as the overlays and LUTs, jump into the description of the video, follow the link there and then go into our Dropbox account where you can download these assets. Once you have everything ready, simply import the image in Luminar NEO and we can start. So we're gonna be working on this image, so let's select it and then move it into Edit module. We're gonna do that by clicking on Edit on the top of our screen, or we can use E on our keyboard. Once we're here, first thing we wanna do is to import our overlays. To do that, we're gonna navigate towards our Layers panel and click on the little plus sign here. After that, if you never load in any overlays or assets, what you want to do, you want to click on Load Image and then navigate towards the sample files. I'm just going to go one way back. And when you download the sample files, you will see that there is the sample file, the LUTs and the overlays folder. So for the moment, let's just open the rose overlays and let's import all of these in. We have to do it one by one, so let's just select the first one and click on Open in a corner. Let's do all of them, so again we click on Load Image, second set of petals, again Load Image, third, fourth, and the fifth. So now we have all the overlays in the application and we can start. The first thing we're gonna do is to add really nice rose petal frame at the bottom of the image to create a little bit more depth. So let's select the rose petal frame overlay and click on it. It only takes few seconds and then it's added into our layers panel. You can see the original image and you can see the new layer. When we have the layer selected, you can see the blue frame around it and also the blue frame on the actual image. Now when we hover over, our mouse turns into this hand and we can now move it around our image. So for this project and this example, we're going to be placing it at the bottom. However, you could also turn it around by using the little arrows outside of the asset and you could adjust the position to see what you like the most. For us, I would like it a little bit bigger, so we can just hover over the corner of the asset. Our mouse turns into these little arrows and we can now adjust the size. Once we're happy with the location, we're gonna go into the layer properties. It's located on our main toolbar and here at this moment, all I want you to do is to increase the opacity slider. So now we can clearly see the roses. So we have this really nice frame at the bottom, once again giving us really nice sense of depth. So we are done with this. Now looking at the overlay and specifically this part, I'm not really happy with the small petals here. I would like them to be removed. I don't want them to cover her body or the skin. So to do that, we're gonna use simple masking. For that, we need to go back to our layer properties, still making sure that our layer with the overlay is selected, and then go into the masking and into the brush. Now we're gonna be erasing part of the overlay, so we wanna switch our brush into the erase. We can adjust the size, maybe make it a little bigger. The softness we're gonna leave on 100% and strength on 100% too. What we need to do is to zoom in. We can use Command or Control plus to do that. Or don't forget that you can also use the little zoom shortcut at the bottom of your screen. I think the 200% is all right. And when you have a brush selected to move around the screen, what you want to do is to just hold spacebar on your keyboard, your mouse turn into the hand, and now you can just drag around. So what we want to do now is to remove these roses. So let's adjust the size of our brush again. Let's make it a little smaller, and we can do that with the bracket keys on our keyboard or with the size slider in our brush properties here. So just a little smaller, and now let's just paint away this one, and we can paint a lot here as well. If we want, we can quickly adjust the size of the brush with our bracket keys, and let's just paint away the easy petals. So something like this, and I think that's a good start. Here probably we can erase all of those. Here definitely this one as well. Now we have this petal here and this petal here, which we could kind of hide behind her body. And to do that, once we remove also this part, is very simply zoom in even further and then go into your brush properties, adjust the softness to, let's say, somewhere around 15. And now simply click on the top and then hold your shift and click under. And what it does, it creates straight line from one click to the other. And now it looks like the petal is behind the lady. Let's quickly have a look. I think this one we can keep here, moving around, holding my space bar. I think this one we can hide as well. So one click at the top and holding a shift key and one click at the bottom. I think I maybe took a little bit too much. So what I can do now, I can go back to the paint, or I can hit the X on my keyboard, which will allow me to paint some of the mask back in. And I can now very carefully just paint part of the petal back. I think this is looking quite all right. So let's zoom back out by holding Command or Control 0. And I think the result is nice. So we're done with the brushing. We can go back into the properties, and let's quickly look at the before and after. So this is how you would add lovely rose petal frame to the bottom or top of your image. You place it in, you transform it and adjust it, and then you can use the masking to adjust it based on your subject and your needs. Now to build up the effect and bring it even further, we can use one of the other overlays that are inside of our rose petal overlay folder. We have already imported them, so the easiest thing is to jump back into our layers panel, click on a plus sign, and let's just select the one with the highest blur. Let's click on it to select it and add it into our layers panel. It only takes a few seconds and it appears in our layers panel. And now what we want to do is to go back into the layer properties and increase the opacity to 100%. After that, we can clearly see the petals, so we can adjust their size, position, and rotation. So what I would like to do is to use the petals around this area to kind of match them with the size of this petal that is already here. So it needs to be much smaller. I think somewhere around here is looking good. Let's rotate them even further and place them here. Now I know it's not looking very natural because it's just looking very much out of the space. And to adjust that, we're just gonna use masking again. So let's zoom in a little bit and then look at the spot we are adjusting. And we can go into the masking, once again, into the brush. We're gonna be removing some of the petals, so erase. Softness, we wanna go back to 15 and everything else can stay the same. Now we're gonna simply brush out some of the petals we don't wanna use. So I would remove this one, and maybe this one as well. Let's zoom out to have a look at the effect. Maybe still this one as well. So zooming out and brushing away this one. And I think it's looking quite nice. So that's one thing you can do with these individual petals. Another thing we can use these petals for is to create even more depth. So how to do that? Let's go back into our properties here and then back to our layers panel. We already have the petals here, so let's just right click on them and use the duplicate layer option. Once we do that, Luminar duplicates the layer and places it exactly in the same position as the original layer. Now we can come back and just move them around. So let's say that we would like them somewhere around here, kind of hiding behind the hand. So again, we adjust the position, rotation, whatever we want to do, something maybe like this. We can make them even a little bigger. And once we're happy, we are done with the transformation. So now, just like you guessed, we're going to use again masking. So again, let's zoom in. Don't forget Command or Control plus, and then back to the masking. In a masking again, brush, and in a brush, erase, softness to 15. And now we can brush away the part of the petals that are in front of the body. So let's just paint away this part and zoom in a little further. And if I can't see the hand, what I can do is I can adjust the opacity of the layer so I can see what's behind it. To do that, we just go back into the properties and adjust the opacity layer for a moment. So somewhere around here. Now back into the masking. And again, we can continue making sure that we are on erase, our softness again on 15. And now just very gently brush away the areas we don't want. Now, of course, on your example, you can take more time, but I think for this example, you get the idea. Now we can zoom out, and I think we are done with the masking. Back to the properties, and don't forget to increase the opacity to bring the petals back. Once we finish, we just hit enter on our keyboard, and we are finished with adding the petals to our image. Now to finish the whole effect and blend everything together, we're gonna use one of the LUTs that come with your sample files. But to do that, we need to merge everything together. So only do this step when you finish adding the rose petals. So for us, we are finished, and what we need to do is to export the image in the highest possible resolution and quality. To do that, simply right-click on the image and navigate to Export. Once the window opens, navigate towards the location where you want to save the image, and in my case, I'm just going to save it in a folder with the sample files. I'm going to call it, let's say, Rose Petal Edit, and now let's adjust the export setting. Sharpening, we want to leave on None. Resize, we want to keep it on Original. sRGB on a color space is fine, but now the important part, make sure that you change the format from JPEG to TIFF. Resolution, go somewhere between 200 or 300, but 300 is fine. Compression, just select None, and inner depth, select 16 bits. Once you finish, make sure that you untick the Save Transparency checkbox, and then just click on Save. It's gonna take a few moments to export the image, and once it's done, we're gonna go back to the catalog and continue with the edit. So we are back in our catalog module. We have the additional image here already nicely exported, and now we can go again back to the edit module. When we get here, you can see that on our layers panel, everything is merged together and we just have the one image. So once we merge everything together, we can now apply additional effects to the overall image. So for example, we could apply presets to all the elements, LUTs, and any of the tools from our main toolbar. So in our case, we're going to use one of the Valentine's LUTs. For that, we need to go into our main toolbar. Then we move into the creative section and go into the mood tool. Click on it to open it and then navigate towards the gray drop-down box. Once again, click on it and select Add Custom LUT Files. Here again, navigate towards the sample files, open the LUTs folder and select all 4 LUTs. Again, once you're happy, just click on Add and that will be added into your mood tool. Now we can go back to our gray drop-down box, click on it, and then navigate towards our custom LUT folder. Here we have the 4 LUTs, Cupid, Enchanted Garden, Fairy Tale, and Love Hurts. So let's start by using the Cupid, and we can increase the amount to really see the effect. Now, it's nice, it adds a little bit of a pastel color, but I'm not sure about this image, so let's try another one. we can go back and let's select the Enchanted Garden. I think that looks very nice. Let's have a look at the before and after. But once again, let's try the other ones. This time the fairy tale, which is very nice. It's very cinematic. You can always adjust the amount of the effect. And finally, let's have a look at the Love Hurts, which is also really nice. And I think it works the best on this image. So let's have a look at the before and after. Once you finish with the mood tool, you can close it to apply it to the image, and then you can go through any other tools available in Luminar NEO and enhance it even further. So this is how you add rose petals to your images by using the whole frames or individual petals, how you use masking and layers panel, and how you can also use the mood tool to blend and merge everything together so the result is as natural as possible.
And there you have it. If you want a copy of our popular Luminar NEO shortcut cheat sheet, there is nothing easier than heading to our website cleverphotographer.com/LuminarGive. While you're there, you can also check out one of our popular Luminar NEO products, or you can stay here and watch more videos about Luminar NEO. For today, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please make sure that you like, comment and share on this video. And also don't forget to subscribe to our channel so we can keep creating content like this. For today, thank you very much for watching. My name was Jakub, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.